I hope I'm audible to everyone, right? Is the audio clear? Yes. Cool. Amazing. Yes. Cool. Yes, guys. So we'll wait for just 2 more minutes and then we will start the session. We have around 280 people in the session today and session is not yet started. Cool. Yes. Can you guys? Bilkul. Yes. So can you guys please tell me how many of you have already used Google AI Studio or Antigravity in the past? A quick yes or no in the chat. One more minute, everyone, and then we'll start. Hmm. Cool. Yes, everyone, welcome to the session. I think the number of people have doubled. We have almost 450 people in the chat. Everyone, please quickly tell me which city are you logging in from, and I'm going to start in just 30 seconds. Tell me which city are you logging in from today? Okay, tell me the name of your city without telling the name of your city. Tell me the name of your city without telling me the name of your city. Best Pohe. Cowboys, Texas. Cool. So let's move from a geography class to a product management and AI class. And now I'm going to go ahead and start the session. Yes. Welcome everyone. To make sure that everyone is having the best experience and they are not getting distracted from the chat, I am going to stop the chat. I'm going to stop the chat now. Okay, so yes, I think we have reached the limit of the meeting. There are 500 people. We thought we limited to 500 people because the interactive session after that is not possible. So anyone who is joining from YouTube, you can also follow along in the session. You are not missing out on anything. Just that I want to be more interactive with these initial people who have joined. So we have taken it this way, right? Cool. So everyone, today's session is around AI Studio and Antigravity. These are a couple of products that have been launched in the last couple of weeks and are taking the AI world by waves. And today we are going to go ahead and give you some detailed understanding of how to use these tools. Okay. But understand, because I'm a responsible guy, I'll not only go ahead and talk about the tools because tools can change. Last year, ChatGPT was the darling for everyone. Then Claude was the darling for everyone. And right now, everyone is talking about Gemini 3 and all. So I'm not sure what tomorrow people are going to do. So my own responsibility is to make sure that I'm able to give you content which is long lasting, which is evergreen. So although I'm going to talk about the tactics of AI Studio and Antigravity interface and everything, but my major purpose is to give you a mental model about how to leverage AI as a product manager. Right. So please listen to this session very, very carefully. It is not only like the content that I have prepared is not only for, let's say, a couple of weeks when these tools are being relevant, but it is going to go ahead and help you for the entirety of your career as a product builder and as a product manager. Right. So please pay close attention. All the slides, recordings, and everything would be sent to you. So don't get panicked. Right. We'll start with the chapter number 1. Okay. The product manager. Everyone tell me in the chat yes or no if you are or you are not a product manager. If you are not a product manager, tell me what you are. So the lesson that I'm going to use, they are more helpful for a product manager. They are more helpful for a product manager, but everyone also can go ahead and use them because if your aspiration is to become a product manager, you should start preparing for the role. Okay. Yes. Without that being said, let's try to understand what is a product manager management job and what does a product manager do, right? Yes. So the next slide is going to be very heavy. But if I go ahead and help you understand what a product manager does is, a product manager has 3 sets of responsibilities. The number 1 is they do the product discovery, right? They do the product discovery. Product discovery means that they are going to go ahead and understand and discover what to build. So they will understand the user problems. They will brainstorm with the team. They will do the market research. They will understand the data. And then they are going to come up with some kind of solutions that can solve these problems. Right? That is the first part of the job as a product manager. And most probably at most of the companies, it is also the most important part. The second part or the second stage of a product manager's job is called as product delivery. So now you have created a roadmap as in what is it that I'm going to build. Now you have to get in action. You actually have to execute. Execution means you have to collaborate with the designers and developers and other people in order to actually build that product. So you are going to align people, you are going to write product management, product requirement document, run the sprints in order to make the product and test the product. Right? But this is also half the job done. You have decided what to build, you have built that, but that is not the complete job done. So you have to do the third step, which is the product distribution. Which is you are going to make sure that you are able to take this product in the market and the customers uses your product and they pay you money or some kind of attention so that company is able to achieve its outcomes. Right? This part is also called as growth. So a product manager does the discovery. They understand what to build. They discover what to build. They build that thing with the help of their stakeholders. And then they are going to launch it in the market with the help of sales and marketing team in order to make the product successful. Right? So this is the whole job of a product manager. And if I go into detail, these are the multiple things that a product manager does. Right? So I would request everyone to please spend 30 seconds in order to look at this particular diagram. Please look at this very carefully. Start from here, read everything, and read everything. Take 60 seconds, please. Take a pause, take 60 seconds. Look at this very carefully, everyone. Take 60 seconds in order to understand this, right? It is a very, very important diagram. We have created this diagram by after talking to multiple product managers, after looking at multiple job descriptions and teaching a lot of people. So this is what the scope of a work for a product manager is. So some of you are aspiring product managers. This is super important for you. Even if you are a seasoned product manager, you are going to learn a couple of things from this particular thing, right? So people who are product managers, can you tell me about how much percentage of your job is comprising of these things? How much percentage of your job is comprising of these things? Yes. Very good. So that is a lot of validation, right? Now understand, I'm giving you this so that you are able to understand what are the things that are in the scope of a product manager. And then we can understand what part of it can AI take, right? So as a product manager, you do product discovery. In the product discovery, your purpose is to identify real user needs and shape the problem statements, right? So that you are able to come up with better solutions or maybe a range of solutions. If you do a mistake here, your direction is wrong. You are setting up yourself for failure. And what do we do in product discovery? We do the user research, we talk to the users, we interview them, we conduct surveys, we do trend and market analysis, we do competitor analysis, we implement multiple frameworks, we use multiple kind of websites in order to collect the data, right? We do stakeholder alignment, we talk to, let's say, customers, salespeople, marketing people, developer, designers in order to understand if they are aligned or not, right? And we also talk to the leadership. Then we do problem framing, we do opportunity sizing, we do concept development, which is we need to frame the concept in such a way, solution in such a way that everyone in the team is able to understand the same, at least at a high level, right? And then we are going to rapidly prototype and validate. So as a product manager, understand that there would be no situation when you are 100% assured that this feature or product or solution is going to work. So what you need to do is you need to validate as soon as possible and as fast as possible and at a lowest cost. That is where prototyping comes, right? And then you are also going to use a lot of data in order to take decisions. The data can be primary data from your users, from the prototypes that your users are using and from your past results, or it can also be secondary data that you have collected from market research, right? Understand, if you are working at a good company as a product manager, this is most of your job, right? But this is incomplete. If you do this, you will have a roadmap. You have to move to the second step. Second step is product delivery. Now, always remember that product management is a team sport. Product management is a team sport, right? So it needs a team to build and run and maybe grow a successful product, right? So what you will do is you have to align everyone together in order to deliver the product. As a product manager, you are not the developer, you are not the designer, you are not the tester. So you have to bring people together, right? Then what do you do in product delivery? You create the product requirement documents, specs, user stories, which are the documentation, right? You align cross-functional people, design, engineering, QA and all. You do backlog prioritization, solution design, integration testing, release and quality management, and continuous improvement loops, which is, if anything, any feedback that you are getting from your testers, designers, developers, anyone, you are going to integrate it back, right? Here, you work more as a stakeholder manager rather than an individual contributor, right? And the purpose is that you have to translate insights into shippable products, right? The third part is grow. Grow means you have to now take the product out for distribution. Here, you create ideal customer profiles, which is ICP, or a better version or a more sophisticated version for a persona in a B2B environment. Then you create a go-to-market strategy, you create the messaging and storytelling, you launch, you talk about user activation and retention. How do you bring the users? How do you make them active on the platform? How do you keep them coming back? Understand, many product managers I have met, they make a critical mistake of only considering this as product management. If you don't consider this as product management, then what will happen? You will go ahead and hand over the product distribution part to maybe people who are even not even aware about your product, maybe marketing and sales people. Don't do that mistake. All the great like products that I have seen, product managers also understand about growth. They don't leave the ball here, right? Then you are going to do growth experiments, and then you are going to look at analytics and optimization. And once you have looked at it, you are again going to repeat this process, right? Because product keep on always iterating and improving. And then the goal is to make the product reach and resonate with the right audience, right? I'm giving you this slide because many people are not product managers, and I want to bring everyone on the same page, right? Now, in all of these, can you guys tell me how much of this, like people who are already product managers or non-product managers, can you tell me what do you think? How much percentage of these tasks can be delegated to AI? How much of these tasks can be done with AI? Yes, very specific people. Someone mentioned 33.33. Yes. Now, as a product manager, what you need to do is understand we all have to stop operating like a zombie. How does a zombie operates? They are just going directionless. They don't know, they don't have a mind to think about themselves. And that is why they are just going ahead and implementing the next feature without taking a step back and without thinking for themselves. So I want you to take a screenshot of this slide, add whatever are the other responsibilities that you have as a product manager, and try to critically think, how can I use AI in order to get more efficient or do this particular task better, right? So understand, I am going to also tell you like how I'm going to also give you how to use AI tools in various kind of scenarios, but understand every product manager's job is different. So even if I create 100 tutorials for you, if you are not doing, let's say, work for yourself and understanding your work and observing it daily and then using AI for the same, then no one would be able to help you, because product manager's job is very contextual, right? When you are launching the product, when you are creating a product, maybe product discovery is very important. It is 90% of your job. And when you are launching a mature product, then maybe product distribution is super important, right? So please, I'm giving you this exercise. You can do it at your own time. That take a screenshot, create a spreadsheet, and then write what are the things that you do as a product manager. Observe yourself for 2 weeks. After that, ask yourself, how can I go ahead and implement AI? Right? Yes. So now this should be able to give you some understanding about what a product manager does. Okay. Everyone tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 if you are able to understand this slide. Cool. Now let's go ahead. Okay. So this is chapter number 1, the product manager's job, right? In the coming session, I am going to pick few items such as user research, marketing research, rapid prototyping, PRDs, solution design, and messaging and storytelling, which we are going to understand how can AI help you do this better, right? Other things you need to figure out and understand, this is not a super list. You have to look at your job, observe yourself for 2 weeks, and then understand how can you add things to this list. But it is your responsibility, right? Please do active learning. Now, the chapter 2. The first chapter was the product manager. The second chapter is AI. In the last 4 weeks, in the last 4 years, we have seen AI has advanced a lot. After the release of ChatGPT, everyone in the world is talking about AI. Every major investment that has been happening is around AI. And there are so many tools that you can use as a product manager or maybe as a developer or designer or as an entrepreneur in order to leverage AI. Right? So there are too many tools that you can use. Okay. Can you guys tell me What are the top three tools that you use? What are the top three AI tools that you use very frequently? Tell me three at once. Replit, Lovable, Chat GPT, Grok, Copilot, Perplexity. People with Copilot are spending more time in their offices. Yes. Come on, guys. I think more people should open their cameras. If you want to focus in the session, go ahead and open your cameras, please. Cool. Very good. So now these are multiple tools that you can use. But once in a while, the tool comes which changes a lot of things, right? Which becomes like a super tool that you can go ahead and use. And one of these tools is the Google AI Studio, right? One of these tools is the Google AI Studio, right? So Google AI Studio is not your ordinary AI tool, right? Why? Because of multiple reasons. Google is one of the few companies in this landscape, including Anthropic, including OpenAI, including all the other parts, that does not only create best kind of models, but they also have a very strong infrastructure layer. So they are going ahead and developing their own GPUs, which they call TPUs, tensor processing units. Plus, they also have a very strong data layer. They have your emails, they have your most used software such as Google Spreadsheet, presentation like Google Slides and Google Docs and everything. And they already have a lot of information about you, right? On top of it, Google is also a product company. Product company means that they have been able to go ahead and build some excellent products such as Gmail, Google Maps, Android, Google.com. So now this gives Google a very very strong position to create something genuinely useful. Right? Understand this is not the first attempt by Google. They have created Bard, they have created multiple other products which have failed. But this time it looks like they have done it with complete conviction and research. The initial product Bard that they have developed was just a counter to or the reaction to what ChatGPT has done. Right? Google is special because I have told you the reason. They have the data, they have the infra layer, they have more control over the models. Okay. And this is an interesting tool that they have created. Okay. So GPT can help you chat. N10 can help you develop agents. Similarly, products such as Lovable, Replit, they can help you build codes like apps with the help of vibe coding, which is without you knowing how to code. But Google Studio is one of the tools where you can go ahead and combine a lot of things together. Okay, so if you go to Google Studio, this is what the interface looks like. You have to go to aistudio.google.com. And there on the home section, you should be able to see all of these things. Okay, I hope my screen and all the items are clearly visible to everyone. A quick yes or no in the chat. Wonderful. Yes. So in Google, they have divided into three parts. First part is the vibe coding Gen AI apps. So this is like a counter or a competition to Lovable, to Bolt, to V0, to Vercel, where in Google itself, you should be able to go ahead and create your full-fledged app. The issue with Lovable and Replit and other kind of items is that other kind of product is first, you have to go ahead and spend some monthly dollars. Right now, Google is giving this almost for free. And second is, these things are well integrated with the Google environment. So Lovable has to integrate with Supabase. V0 was created by Vercel. However, at Google, they are owning the whole end-to-end cloud structure. So the flow is more fluent at Google, at least right now. And it is going to evolve further in the future, right? The second part is chat with models. This is your strategic let's say, work that you do with ChatGPT, right? So you can go ahead and use it as a thinking partner. You can go ahead and create PRDs, and you can do a lot of things with this chat partner. And these models are very, very, I would say, intelligent, right? And the third part is whatever are the apps that you are creating with these Google and all, like this Google AI Studio, you can also go ahead and monitor their usage, right? You can provision them, you can make them down, you can go ahead and increase their strength by putting more resources, and you can also understand how people are using it. So they also offer you analytics platform based on top of the same, right? So this is it. Now they also offer developer solutions. If some of you are developers, you can also use this Gemini 3 API in order to build products on top of the Gemini or any kind of LLMs, right? So this is like a quick overview of what it looks like. And also they also give you an API key so that if you are integrating AI or LLMs in your own product, you can just go ahead and grab this API key, right? Now they have launched one more tool, which is Antigravity. Antigravity is a tool where you as a developer can go ahead and leverage AI in order to build software, right? You as a developer can leverage AI in order to build software, right? What used to happen before Cursor and Antigravity is that you will take a piece of code, you will have a piece of code, you will paste into Chat GPT, right? Or you will ask a question to Chat GPT, it is going to generate some kind of code for you. Then you are going to paste the code somewhere in your code base, and then you are going to go ahead and run it. But now they are bringing all of these AI functionalities within your integrated development environment, which is IDE. So anti-gravity is like one up version of Cursor. The benefit of anti-gravity over Cursor is definitely the pricing. They have yesterday only they have increased a lot of limits. Second, they also have a very powerful model, right? Gemini 3 is very powerful as compared to the other models out there. I'm sure that within a couple of weeks or sometimes Cloud is also going to do something about it, right? So this is the power, and one major power of anti-gravity right now is that whenever you are putting a lot of code to anti-gravity, it has a very large context window. Context window means how much is the data that you can give as an input to the large language model. So anti-gravity, because it uses Google's native models, it has the largest context window so far, right? And in these use cases, it is super important because code can be millions of lines, right? And they have created in a very different way. So I'm going to come to, right? So they have created in a different way. There is an editor, there is a agent manager, and so many things, which we are going to talk about in just a moment, right? Now, understand today, I am only talking about how do you use these tools and some basic fundamentals of AI. But understand this would not be enough for you. So we have also created one more free resource, which is like a 3.5 hour session, which is available on YouTube, where you can go ahead and talk about, you can learn about what is Gen AI, how do LLMs work, what is prompt engineering, context engineering, RAG, AI agents, so that your information does not remains all over the place, right? So it is my recommendation that after this session ends, once you have watched this, go to that video. I will mention that in the link. You can also search for it on YouTube. You should be able to find it at the top. You should be able to find it at the top most probably. Make sure that you also go through this so that you understand how models like Gemini actually works and how you can build products on top of it as a product manager. Understand? Right now, you guys are learning how to use these LLMs in order to make yourself more productive. But the ultimate stage that you want to reach is that how do I build products on top of these so that I can become an AI product manager, right? Yes. So this is about the second part, which is what AI can do, right? Now, people who are non-product managers, this is strictly for people who are non-product managers. I have shown you two things. One is what are the things that a product manager does, and what are the possibilities with AI. You can chat, you can build products, right? Can people who are non-PMs tell me in the chat, how much of the work do you think AI can take away from you as a product manager? How much of the work which is mentioned in this slide can be done by the AI that I have just explained? Go ahead, guys. Tell me in the chat. I want this answer strictly from non-PMs. Yes. Now, everyone, this question is for everyone, and please answer this very carefully. Tell me what, like, why would you use AI in your product manager's job? Tell me, why would you use AI? What is the purpose of using AI in your product manager's job? As a product manager, why should you use AI? Tell me in the chat, please. Yes. Very good. Yes. So there are two things that people are mentioning, right? And people are using them interchangeably, which is fast and efficient, right? So now I'm going to give you one of the most important slides of this session, okay, which is the relation between the AI and the PM, right? This is super important. Okay. One more quick question. How many of you have observed or you believe, look at this very carefully, guys, listen to this very carefully. How many of you have observed or you believe that using more AI and delegating decisions to AI can make you dumber as a person? By dumber, I mean you are using less of your strength, which is your brain power. Yes. Yes. So most of, yes, most of the votes are around yes, right? And this is also the data, right? So multiple researches have been conducted and people have been able to find that the technology is heavily damaging the human thinking process. Another study validated that AI is making us dumb and these kind of things, right? Now I want you to go back in history. 150 years ago, most of, let's say, our ancestors used to work in farms, used to work in labor intensive jobs. And generally, their physical strength was most probably better than us. Although we don't have a lot of data to support it, there were no, let's say, benchmarks. But we can assume that because they were working hard, and when you work hard, you are training your muscles. And when you train your muscles, you are probably going to get stronger physically. Right? Now, understand, today, most of us are sitting in front of computers most of the times, because of which you can see that our strength as compared to our ancestors might have decreased, right? And if we do not go ahead and do some kind of exercises, what will happen? We will maybe become obese, or we'll be, let's say, captured by the sedentary lifestyle, which is going to give us a lot of issues in the future, right? Many of you might already be facing that because that is the nature of the job, right? Now, understand, this is the same thing that will also happen if you are not using AI in the best possible way. So the smartest people, what they have done is they understood that, boss, I am right now not going outside to work. My job is to just sit in front of the computer. So what they are doing is, someone has started stretching already. Yes. So what will happen is that smart people, they have gone ahead and they have started going to gym because they understand that I cannot do all of these things. I have to make sure that I am, let's say, physically fit, right? So in AI also, there are certain kind of practices and mindset shift that you need to be relevant and leverage AI to the maximum potential, right? So you don't have to be someone who hates computers, that no, because I'm going to sit in front of the computer, my physique is going to lay down. You have to make sure that you are taking some steps in order to make yourself very vigilant. Okay, so what is that mindset shift? Look at this very carefully. This is the most important slide in the whole session. If you leave the session after the slide only, then also you have got most of the value. Okay, so I want everyone to walk away with this mindset shift. The mindset shift is, please don't think that you are going to use AI to save time. This is very mediocre thinking, very low level thinking, I would say. Right? Please don't don't use AI in order to just save your time. Right? Use AI in order to leverage and increase your chances of success. Right? Which is, initially, you can only talk to 5 users. Now also you will talk to 5 users, but then you will use AI on top of it in order to improve the insights, do better brainstorming. Initially, because of the engineering bandwidth, you can only create 1 or 2 prototypes, but now you will create 5 to 7 prototypes in order to test more details. Right? So please, you need to go ahead and change your mindset from being, let's say, just a fast executor to someone who is driven by purpose of building better products for the world and giving outcomes to the business. Okay, because you have such a powerful tool available, why would you spend less time with the same? Now you have so much power, you should spend more time in order to build that product and maybe create a fantastic product. Right? So please understand this mindset. It is super important, from using AI to save time to leveraging AI to increase your chances of success. Right? Which means, rather than saving time, understand how AI can increase the quality and the value of output. And never forget, your purpose as a product manager is not to create PRD, is not to do user research, is not to go ahead and do market research, do documentation, stakeholder alignment. That is not your purpose. That is the way to meet the purpose. The purpose is, can anyone tell me what is the purpose of being a product manager? What is your purpose as a product manager? Tell me in the chat. Yes. To solve user problems, to achieve business outcomes and make world a better place. Right? Yes. So please remember that. And AI is a superpower. And most of the people, what I see is, what they do is, initially they used to take 5 hours to create a PRD. Now they are doing it in half an hour and they are happy. Boss, initially, if you were creating a PRD in 5 hours, maybe the level of that PRD from a scale of 0 to 10 was maybe 6. Now you can invest the same hours, maybe 5 hours, to go ahead and create a PRD which is actually 10 by 10 or 9 by 10. Don't try to create the same PRD of 6 by 10 by using half the time. Utilize the same time to create better value for the company and for the users. Right? Tell me yes or no in the chat, guys, if you are able to understand. This is the most important part of the session. This is the mindset shift that we need to see. Right? Yes. Now we have a very important question in the chat, which is how. So I'm going to give you the AI leverage stack for product managers. Right? So the AI leverage stack is a way in which any knowledge professional like a product manager should approach using AI in their job. Right? So now the confusion that whether my job will go away with AI or AI is making me dumber as a product manager, this question should go away after you understand this 3-layer framework. Right? So this is the AI leverage stack for product managers. First layer is, understand you have to operate as a product manager in 3 layers. Number 1 layer is, use AI as a thinking partner. Don't ask AI what to do, but ask AI to figure out your blind spots. Right? So what you can do is, a thinking partner, you can ask, how can AI help me to think better, not just work faster? Okay. So an example is, let's say you have a very unstructured, unclear problem. You can give this data to the AI in order to make it more structured. Right? You can break down the problem statement. Similarly, you can explore your blind spots. For example, you have certain kind of assumptions, right? Or you have given it, let's say you ask the AI that I have done the research, I have came across this. Can you help me understand if there are any kind of blind spots? And then AI will do a great job of identifying that because it has more information than you, right? Rather than asking AI to create a PRD, you should actually first create a draft by yourself and ask it for some kind of maybe blind spots. The third very important thing is stress test assumptions, which is as a product manager, you take a lot of assumptions. You can give these assumptions to, let's say, the AI, and it is going to stress test them. I believe that users will use this product because of this reason. If I build this product, more users will come because of this reason. Can you go ahead and critique it and rate my understanding on a scale of 1 to 10? And then AI is going to critique it very beautifully. Right? And the fourth part is simulating stakeholders, which is you can talk to 10 users, you can collect their data, you can research a lot of users, which is you can get the reviews from Play Store and everyone. And then you can create a hypothetical user profile from all of this data. You ask AI that you are now this particular user. I am going to ask you some questions. Give me answer from this perspective of the user, from the perspective of this user, right? And then it will be able to help you do some better kind of research, which is simulating stakeholder requirements, right? There are many tools these days which can give you the transcription of complete meetings. So you can give this transcription in order to let AI to assume that particular role, right? So the first part is please use AI as a thinking partner, which is non-judgmental, which is available at all the places, and which genuinely wants you to succeed, right? Everyone, tell me on a scale of 1 to 5, you are able to understand layer number 1 and how you can utilize it. Don't spam the chat, guys. I will remove you if the chat is spammed with links. Cool. Now, the second part. The second part is layer 2. In layer 2, what happens is you are going to use AI as an acceleration engine. So you are going to look at all your tasks that you do as a product manager. Maybe this kind of list you are going to create for yourself, right? Understand? Your custom list is going to be different from this list. This is just an indicative list, right? Once you have done this, what you will do is you will go ahead and use AI as an acceleration engine. Acceleration engine is what task can I delegate to AI? What can AI do better for me, which are structured problems? For example, competitive data collection. Now, AI can go ahead and scroll or crawl through multiple of your competitors consecutively in order to get the information, right? So you don't have to crawl and look at the websites manually, right? And it can do it 24/7 and alert you. Second is feature comparison. You don't have to manually create tables of features. You can just give 5-8 competitors and the AI is going to do a great job for you. The third part is drafting documents, creating better templates of PRD, creating user journey maps, creating user personas. You have to give the strong information to AI, like grounded information that you have actually collected, and then ask AI to enhance it and create it into a good, wonderful template that you can communicate to the stakeholders, right? Understand? You cannot give transcripts to your engineers and developers and designers and leadership and help them understand what the issue is. You have to create personas, journey maps, and PRDs. So you can AI in order to create those templates and drafts, right? But understand, input will always go from you. And then the last part, and one of the part is, understand this is a non-exhaustive list. And one of the parts is feedback summaries, which is a lot of people are giving you feedback from multiple places: Google Play Store, G2.com, Product Hunt, your customer support, your sales meetings, marketing meeting. So you can go ahead and collect things from multiple places. There are tools for the same. There is a tool called as Canny.io that can help you do the same. There are tools such as Crayon that can help you do the same. And there are multiple tools that can also help you go ahead and do the same. And you can also, with Google Antigravity and Google Studio, you can also create your own tool for feedback analysis, right? Here you have to remember that you don't have to 100% trust what AI says. Just because AI is fast, just because AI is fast doesn't mean that it is correct. So make sure that you are building verification steps, sanity check, and human oversight. You have to confirm everything before you go ahead and release it for production, or you go ahead and take decisions on top of the same. Right? So this is layer two. And the third layer is, which we are going to talk about today, is product creator. Now, initially, only developers and designers knew how to code and design. And that is why product managers were only maybe the documentators and the people who are creating documents and doing the brainstorming. They cannot go ahead and get their hands dirty. But now it is possible. So with AI tools such as Lovable, Replit, Google AI Studio, Antigravity, Cursor, you can go ahead and build products. By products, right now, these tools are not mature enough to create maybe some production grade complex apps, but they can definitely help you build prototypes, multiple variants to test with the users, and maybe some kind of MVPs if you are choosing to test with few number of users. Right? And understand, guys, although these are not very production level grade complex apps, but still it can take you much, like a lot forward as a product manager. Right? And here, make sure, understand that just generating code does not means that it is ready for production. It is good for testing. It is good for testing with few users, understanding the feedback so that you are able to take right decisions. But still, you cannot consider this as a production level code. Because in production, there are so many things that you have to care about. There are privacy laws, there is a scaling, there are so many other things, right? So treat AI built prototypes as high fidelity drafts, not final systems, right? So finally, you have to ask question that how can I use AI to build and not just think or document? If you think about AI at these three levels, I am sure you are going to operate 10x better as a product manager, right? Now, guys, tell me yes or no if you found this framework helpful. Tell me yes or no in the chat if you found this three-layer framework helpful. Yes. Cool. Yes, I have not still jumped to AI Studio dashboard and everything because I first want you to use this right, because I don't want you to assume that only prototyping is there in product management, right? Your purpose is not to build products. Your purpose is to build impact and value. You cannot understand it without understanding the basics that I have told you. Okay. Now you have completed three chapters: the product manager, the AI, and the relation between the AI and the product manager, right? This information that I have given you, this is going to be relevant for years to come. This is the mindset that you need. Now, onwards from this chapter, the things will become more tactical. What I'm doing right now might be changing in maybe the next couple of months if some other tool comes. Okay. So now take it with this particular approach. Okay. So now talking about the Swiss knife. The Swiss knife is the product that was even appreciated by the competitors, which is Gemini 3. So Google has released Gemini 3, which is a super powerful model. And they have also overhauled their interfaces for AI Studio and launched a new product called as Antigravity. Okay, so let's go to the product. Yes. People, please go ahead and open AI Studio on your computers. And after you have done, tell me yes in the chat. Right. So this is the Google AI Studio. Understand, guys? although I'm conducting this session, but this is not a very complicated tool. In fact, all the AI tools are made with such a purpose that even the non-technical people like PMs are able to use it. So understand, always remember that the world thinks of PM as non-technical people most of the times, right? So all the tools that are made for PMs and similar kind of people are mostly very easy to go ahead and understand. Just that most of the people, so many people come to me and they tell me that I want to, can you make me learn this kind of tool? I ask them the name of the tool. Then I ask them, why do you want to learn this tool? And most of the people are able to answer. And then I ask them, can you go ahead and show me what you have done with the tool so far? And almost 90% of the times, these people have not even created the account on that particular tool. Right? So, how many of you, tell me honestly, have opened the Google AI Studio and created, like how many of you have created at least one app on Google AI Studio? Tell me yes or no in the chat. At least one app you have created. Tell me honestly, guys. Yes. So what we did was last week we conducted, like not last week, but I think a couple of weeks ago, in our cohort 47, we have given a very simple exercise. I'll show you. Just give me one moment. Just give me a moment. Cool. Yes. Everyone, quick yes or no if you are enjoying the session while I set up the environment. A quick yes or no if you are enjoying the session and finding it valuable. Yes. So last week, what we did was like a couple of weeks ago, I think there are some people in the chat who are from that cohort. So last week, what we did was I gave an assignment to our cohort 47 members that, so we run a premium cohort for product managers where we teach them all of these things and more. So we asked them to go ahead and build prototypes, right? And the purpose was to tell them that you don't only have to create a prototype, the prototype has to be useful, which is you have to take an existing app, you have to add a useful feature to that particular app. Okay. And to our surprise, almost 100 people have gone ahead and created amazing kind of prototypes. We have not done, let's say, a lot of handholding. I have taken like a couple of hours session, and most of these people are coming from non-tech backgrounds. Okay. And even the tool that I made them learn was lovable. And most of the people have created their prototypes in Bolt and maybe in AI Studio and some other apps. Because when I taught them, AI Studio was not even that popular. Right. And then and then it was, to my surprise, I was able to understand that it's actually not about a tutorial. It's about that most of the people even don't go ahead and try to create their first app. Okay, so my request to everyone is that no matter you follow this course or not, follow this, let's say, session or not, please straight away go to AI Studio after this session, create an account and try to build something. I'm sure you are going to learn 10x more than any of the sessions out there or any of the tutorials. I've seen a lot of people, they are watching one tutorial, YouTube video tutorial after the other, and they never reach anywhere. Okay, fundamentals I have given you, but I'll go ahead and give you a walkthrough. But understand, more than walkthrough, what you need is action. Right? Yes. Now let me go through the thing. So understand, guys, if you don't know how to use AI Studio, the only way to know is to go ahead and start playing with the same. Okay, I'll introduce you to the interface. The interface is super simple. As I've told you, it is made for non-technical people. So it is created in a very super simple way. The first part is, wait, let me go to the main screen only. Okay, so as you go to the Google AI Studio, you are going to see all of these things. Wait. Where is that? So you are going to see place where you can see whatever the things that you have done so far, any app that you have developed, and they give you three directions. The first direction is vibe code with Gen AI apps. You can build your own product, which is around the build part in the framework, right? And you can also go ahead and create your agents and maybe some automations to create your PRDs. Second part is chat with the models. You can go ahead and brainstorm with Gemini and other tools, right? And then you can also monitor usage, which I've already told you, right? Simple app. Everything apart from this is just the natural language and your own intelligence. Okay. So the first thing that many people struggle with, that they struggle with writing better prompts. Okay. So how many of you, okay, so tell me guys, right now, how would you rate your prompting skills on a scale of 1 to 5? Many people don't use these tools because they think I cannot prompt better. So please tell me on a scale of 1 to 5, how good are your prompting skills? 3 is not accepted. 3, you are being modest. Yes. So let me give you a very simple thing. Okay. So if you want to write better prompts, what you should just do is, okay, what you should just do is just I'll show you. I'll go to chat with the models. Okay. And and for yes, for prompt engineering, you should not refer to any random article. What you should do is a great team at Cornell has written a very detailed paper on multiple strategies of improving your prompt. Okay, but I'm not asking, although if you can always read that paper, but I'm not asking you to read that paper. Okay, let me search for that paper. Prompt engineering research paper. Okay, this is the research paper. And this is coming from where? Yes, I'll click on this PDF. Right? Is this the right one? Stanford, Amazon. Yes, cool. So I think this is a similar paper. Yes, this is a paper. Okay. So now what we can do is I will just save this paper, or I can also provide the URL. Okay. And then I'll go to GPT, like GPT or Google AI Studio, and I'll upload this. I'll upload this. And can you guys tell me what prompt should I write? I want to create better prompts. Can you guys tell me what prompt should I write? A quick yes on everyone if you're able to understand that prompt. The prompt I have just written. A quick yes or no if you're able to understand that. Right? So it is thinking. And if you want to become a better thinker, my approach is also, my suggestion for you is to also go ahead and try to read through this. It is going to be difficult, but read through this. Right? So it has given this. Help me create a app that tracks my time and helps me be productive. Right? So this is like the simplest example that I have given you. Okay, so now you have a problem, a recurring problem, that you cannot create good prompts. So what you will do is you will have something called as an ideal document or a knowledge base. So let's say our problem is, understand there could be any problem. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. So we have a problem that we cannot write good prompts. And prompts is a recurring thing that we need to do. If you want to use AI, you have to use prompts. Okay. But if you use mediocre prompts, you are going to get mediocre results. Right. So what I do is I just create a gem or a GPT, or I create like a simple prompt or a simple chat where I have given a very strong knowledge base. And now at any point of time, I want to improve any prompt. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead. I'll copy this. I'll copy this. I will save it onto my Notion or somewhere. I'll bookmark this so that next time, whenever I have to write a better prompt, I'm going to go ahead and use this. If in future, I am coming up with new information that can help me create even better prompts, I'm going to add this knowledge to this particular chat. Okay. So everyone, if you really want to seriously leverage AI to improve your productivity, please have a prompt plus chat database. So go to Notion, go to Google Docs, create a sheet where you can go ahead and get all your documents. Okay. So this is your productivity hack number one. What I do is, because there is a lot of struggle in, let's say, going through the document, looking at it, pasting something, what I do is I have installed a Chrome extension where whenever I go ahead and click on this plus button, it straight away loads a particular section of my notes where I can just go ahead and click and I can write anything that I want. So there is no friction that I feel. Right. Similarly, let's say if you want to write PRD, PRD is also a very common thing that product managers use. So in PRD, what you can do is you can first collect great PRDs. You can find them on the internet. You can use GPT, Gemini in order to find great PRDs. After that, you have to create a swipe file. What is a swipe file? It is a Google Drive where you are storing all the important information. Or you can store it in your own computer. Right? Now, whenever you are prompting the AI, such as Gemini, you are going to give this great PRDs, examples. Plus, you are going to give the information structured or unstructured that you have about the user, about the product. And then it is going to generate the PRD. And then you can go ahead and use the same AI in order to, or the different AI in order to critique that PRD. Okay, so the flow to create PRD is not to go ahead and find a template. First is go ahead, find good PRDs. You can find them on the internet. Second, collect all the information that you have from the user research, market research, and everything. And after that, create PRD with Gemini or something using the prompt that I have given you. And the fourth part is critique. This is how you create a better PRD. Right? A quick yes or no, everyone, if you're able to understand this. Yes. Yes. Critique means, yes. So first, you collect good PRDs. That is your job. Okay. Second is, you go ahead and collect information which is important for your context. For example, who are the users? What is the problem that you're trying to solve? Similarly, the research that you have done, right? This is your contextual information. After that, you create a PRD and then you critique the PRD because I have shown you this, right? I have shown you this graph. You have to act as like make AI your thinking partner so that it is able to critique what you have done. Right? A quick yes on everyone if you're able to understand the structure, right? So every product manager should have what? Tell me in the chat. Every product manager should have a what? Every product manager should have a what? A swipe file where you are collecting good things. This is what a user journey looks like. This is what a PRD looks like, so that you are able to go ahead and do better and understand it's not, it's not a static document, right? It's not a static document. And similarly, you can go ahead. Similarly, you can go ahead. Similarly, you can go ahead, create user persona. You can go ahead and create user journey maps. You can create so many things with the same approach, right? So it is not rocket science. It is repeatable information. Just that AI will help you do it more efficiently. And it is going to cover all the gaps that you have. Because what happens in real life is before AI, you will create a PRD, you will show it to your developers, managers, designers. They are going to critique, but the feedback loop is very long. It will take you a lot of time in order to get their feedback, right? And then you cannot iterate that much because you cannot have so many meetings with them. But with AI, you can do all of these things. So now, even initially, you were spending 5 hours, hypothetically, in order to create a 6 by 10 PRD, right? Now you are going to spend 5 or even more hours, but you are going to create a 10 by 10 or a 9 by 10 PRD. This is how you should use AI. Mistake that people make is lazy product managers, they think that I'm going to use 30 minutes and I will create maybe a 6 by 10 or a 4 by 10 PRD. Right? Yes. Cool. So guys, we'll take a quick break of 5 minutes and then we are going to come back. I'm going to show you this with an example. Okay. So take a break, get up from your chair, drink some water and come back. A quick break of 5 minutes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Yes. I hope everyone is back, right? Yes, in the back. Yes, in the chat if you're back. Cool. Wonderful. Cool. So, guys, what I've done is I have shared a quick link in the chat. Okay. I would really appreciate if you guys are genuinely getting value from the session, if you enjoyed what you learned so far, if you find it valuable, I would really appreciate if you can go to that link, maybe repost it and leave a comment. Go ahead. I'll give you a minute to do this. I have shared a link in the chat. If you guys can just go ahead, click on that link and let us know how you are feeling about this session in the comment. It will help us help more people like you and give them a lot of information for free. If you're genuinely finding this information, your feedback would really help us. I'll return in 30 seconds. Yes, wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back. Let's go back. Right. Cool. So now we are, let's say I have given you, let's say a simple flow. Okay. What I can do is I have, I think, few PRDs. Okay. So what I can do is I have some PRDs. Give me a moment. Product requirement document template. Okay. So I've created this template. Okay. I can send it to you people. This is a very detailed template. Okay. And yes. So there are multiple structures in the template. You can use this template in order to give a prompt. Okay. So I can just copy all of this, or I can maybe try to export this or what. Yes. So this is an example that I have, product and PRD. I will download this as a PDF document. Okay. I'm taking one example, but you guys have to give it multiple examples. Okay. And understand, guys, as you keep on creating PRDs with this, and if your PRDs are better, your PRD will also become a part of your knowledge base. Okay. Your PRD will also become a part of your knowledge base. So you collected few PRDs from the market, then you created your own PRD. Now your PRD will also become the part of your knowledge base. You have to keep on improving your swipe file. Okay. Now going ahead, I'll go to Google AI Studio, or for this thing, you can also use directly Gemini. Okay. So what I can do is I can go to home. I'll go to chat with models. And then I can upload the file, which is product hunt. And then I can write, although I'm using a very rough prompt right now, but you should use your prompt generator that you have created right now. Okay. So help me build draft a PRD for a time management app. In this app, I want to have following features. And I can just give it, let's say, some research that I have done, which I think should be the features, right? So some of the features could be, I can track or maybe track time in 20, 30, 40, 60 minute slots. Okay. I can start, pause a timer. I can track how much productive time or timers I have done in a day. I can add a task that I am doing to a timer. Okay, so everyone might have heard about a technique called as a Pomodoro technique. Okay, Pomodoro technique, right? Pomodoro technique is that most of us are distracted, we cannot focus. So we start a timer and we try to focus as long as the timer ends. So we generally have 20, 30 minutes of slots. We are going to work and then we are going to take a 5-minute break. Okay, so you can understand how much productive you are in a day by measuring how many Pomodoros that you have done in a day. Okay, so that is a brief of Pomodoro app. Can you guys quickly tell me yes or no in the chat if you have heard about this term called as Pomodoro? A quick yes or no in the chat. Yes. You can read about it. It's a really wonderful, let's say, strategy to be more productive, right? The best strategy is to leave your phone outside of the room whenever you are looking to study and do work. The second best strategy is the Pomodoro technique, right? And then I can also write, right? I can also write, make sure the PRD has all the components which are essential and take inspiration from the PRD I have uploaded. Okay. Very simple prompt, very logical prompt. One more suggestion that I have for everyone is that understand writing might be difficult for a few people. Okay. So there is a tool called as Whisper Flow. Or in every AI tool, you are going to find that I can click on this sound button somewhere. Okay. I think it is in Gemini, not there. So let me see Gemini. Yes. So in Gemini, I can go ahead and maybe click on this button and I can speak. Generally, when you speak, you are able to go ahead and write, have a more conversational flow. It is easier to speak than to write for most of the people that I know. It is subjective, but if you try to speak, you will gain some kind of productivity over here as well. There is a tool called as Whisper Flow, which can help you add this sound button to almost every website or the tool that you use. Yeah, so this is the PRD. Right? So this is the PRD, intro and goal, and it has followed everything that was written out there. Right? Now, guys, how many of you have heard this term called as PRD is dead? A quick yes or no in the chat if you have heard this term on social media, that PRD is dead. People who are saying no, you should be proud of yourself because at least you are saving yourself from all the crap that is going on in the internet. Yes, nothing is dead. Yes. So understand, guys. As prototypes are coming, what is a prototype? Prototype is a functional product. Initially, we used to share wireframes, which was very low fidelity thing. But now we have PRDs where almost you can show how the product is going to work like, right? Most of the people think that PRD is dead because their definition of PRD is just a set of requirements, right? Their definition of PRD is just a set of requirements. Understand? PRD is actually two things. One, it is the alignment document. And second part is it is the product flow document. Okay. So if I show you my template of PRD, look at this, what a PRD looks like. Okay. So in a PRD, what we do is we write why we are building this product. How do we measure success? Who are the users? What is the solution? What is the product flow? And then what are the different kind of timelines, dependencies, and related documents and everything. Right? If you are trying to replace PRD with prototype, then prototype can only consider these things, either the product flow and the solution. How are you going to align the team that why this product was created? What is the problem that it solves, right? Prototype is important. It is super helpful. If you are not creating prototype, you are losing out on a lot of value. But PRDs, like prototypes, are not going to replace PRD because you need alignment. I told you that product management is a team sport. You need to align with a lot of people if you need to create production level apps. And for that, PRD is important. Okay, tell me guys a yes or no if you are able to understand why PRD is important. It is not just a user flow document, it's an alignment document. Just building stuff is not important. Building the right stuff is important. And that is written in the PRD. Okay. The general issue that people face is generally PRDs face a lot of hate from the industry because people create wrong PRDs. Rather than creating one page or two page PRDs, people created 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pages. And no one reads those PRDs. And that is why they are facing a lot of, let's say, hate. So my suggestion is try to build a lean PRD. Lean PRD, the template I'm giving it to you. Right? I have mentioned it in the chat. I'll also send it over WhatsApp group and emails. Okay. So this is PRD. This is how you can use Google AI Studio in order to create a PRD. Right. Now let me give you one more thing. Okay. Let me see if I have it in the presentation today. Yes. Now another thing that you can do with this is actually the user research. Right. And there are multiple parts of user research. What you need to do is, I'm just giving you one example, but you can consider more examples at your own end. User research basically means you are able to understand users better. And you are able to use that information in order to create better products. Right. So what you can do is frame interview questions. So in user interviews, in user research, many interviews fail because you are asking the wrong questions. So there is a framework called as Mom's Test. You can just ask AI Studio that help me create, let's say I'll go to AI Studio and I will ask it for the purpose of the above product, I want to create user interview questions. Follow the principles in Mom's Test and help me create 10 right questions. Right. So now what you can do is, I can give you a list of frameworks, okay, which you can use for multiple purposes. You don't have to learn these frameworks in detail. You can at least understand what they are, but you can use them in your chats in order to take better decisions. Okay, these are some amazing frameworks. Can you guys list some frameworks that you have used in the chat? Can you guys list some PM frameworks in the chat? Yes, very good. So I'm listing some frameworks if that helps you people. Okay. So for user research, for creating questions, you have Mom's Test. For representing your persona, this is not a framework. This is actually, I would say, this is an artifact, which is user persona, user journey map, empathy map, and you can also have ideal customer profile. Right? And you can also have a very wonderful framework called as jobs to be done. Right? In order to understand multiple perspectives of the same problem or solution, you can have 5 thinking hats framework. Okay, I'm not explaining them. You can read about them on Google or Gemini or ChatGPT, right? I'll not waste time there. Okay. Second, for market research, we have multiple frameworks. Okay. We have multiple frameworks such as Pastel, Sort, okay, Porter's Five Forces framework, right? Star or BCG framework, right? For analytics, we have a bunch of frameworks. For analytics, we have AARRR, we have Heart framework, right? For user understanding and building better products, we have something called as the Hooked framework. We have BJ Fogg's framework. For interview structures, we have, what do we call it? The STAR framework. We have Circles framework, right? So there are multiple frameworks that you can go ahead and use as a product manager at multiple steps. For stakeholder management, we also have something called as a RACI or RACI framework. Okay. Tell me helpful or non-helpful in the chat if you found this list helpful, guys. Tell me helpful or non-helpful in the chat if you find this list helpful. Yes. Yes, I think I forgot one of the frameworks. Yes, very good, very good. Thanks a lot for telling me this. Yeah, so there is also another important thing that a product manager needs to do, which is prioritization and trade-offs. Okay, for that we have RICE, we have Kano, we have Moscow. Okay, so what you need to do is now understand this. Okay, I am giving you the framework which are proven to give better results in the scenarios that I have given on column A, right? Now what you guys need to do is, in your prompts, whenever you are writing a user persona or something, you need to make sure that you are able to build these, you are able to use these frameworks, right? This is about the framework. So whatever you need to do in this list as a product manager, this particular list as a product manager, I have given you the name of framework that you can use with the AI. Right? Now, let's go ahead and talk about the AI Studio again. Okay. So now, guys, in AI Studio, can you guys tell me in the chat if you will be able to create PRD, user persona, journey, and implement other frameworks with the help of Google AI Studio now? Tell me yes or no in the chat. Okay. Tool is very simple. Tool is very simple, right? What you will do is you will just go to the tool. You will go to the home. You will go to chat with model. You can also use GPT or Gemini or any other thing. Okay. After that, what you will do is you will just go ahead. Write your prompt here. I have given you the framework. I have given you the steps. Have the golden data set, which is your swipe file. Have the information that you have collected. And then ask it to generate something, maybe any kind of document, PRD, user persona, ICP, anything. And then ask it to review and rate it. Either you can review and rate it with this, or you can review and rate it with other model. Okay, try to use multiple models at once. If you are generating with Gemini, you can give it to GPT in order to go ahead and rate your PRD. Right? Google AI Studio and Chat GPT are much better than Chat PRD and other platforms. Right? If you are able to give them the right context. right? Cool. So this is it. Now, let us talk about an important part, which is how do you create prototypes? Okay. So I have created something which I'm going to show you. Let me click on build. And then what I have created, yes, I have created an app. So understand, because it takes time in the session, if I go ahead and start creating things live, it might be possible that the session get extended and there are a lot of bugs. So what I've done is I've already created a product. Okay, look at this very carefully, guys. We are getting into hands-on on Google AI Studio. Okay, yes. So I have given this prompt. The prompt is, so first of all, what I have done, I have gone to, I'll tell you from the beginning. I have gone to Google AI Studio and I have clicked on Vibe Code Gen AI apps, right? So I'm coming to this particular interface. In this interface, I can go ahead, choose the model. Okay, you can use the default model. That is more than enough. Second is, I can go ahead and speak out my prompt. This is a better way to be more interactive. I can add files or I can pick up a random idea, right? Adding files is important because generally when you create a prototype, you have to follow the design guidelines of your product. Okay. And if you are not able to find good ideas, what you can do is you can straight away go to this website called as Dribble, from where you can collect ideas. So Dribble, let's say I want to create a timer or I want to create, let's say, a learning dashboard. So I can search for learning dashboard and it will give me some kind of inspiration, right? I can copy that inspiration. I can give it to, so it is loading. So let's say I like this screen very much. I can copy this design. I can give it to this studio, right? I can copy this design. Where is that? I can copy this design and then I can ask it to build something on top of this design, right? You can use images and there are multiple places. So one place that you can find designs from is, okay, so I'll share this document with you. I'm writing the design inspiration here only. Sites for design inspiration. Number one is Dribble. Then there is Mobbin. And then there is figma.com/community. Right? Yes. So this is what it is, right? And yes, so I have already created something. I'll show you. So I have created this product called as Focus Flow. Okay. Now look at this very carefully, everyone. What I did was, initially I started with a simple prompt. The prompt was, I have spoken this prompt. Okay. So I am looking to build a simple productivity app. It should be simple, intuitive, and aesthetically pleasing. In this app, I want to understand how much time in a day I'm able to dedicate with focus. The app should give me a timer where I can choose the duration, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. After the timer has started, I will focus on my work. Then I will calculate how many timer sessions or how many focus sessions I have completed in a day. After that, I'll be getting reports weekly, monthly, and daily. I should have an option to see the reports weekly, monthly, and daily as an indicator of how productive I was. I should be able to write the title of the task whenever I am doing in the particular timer. Whatever I'm doing in the particular timer. There has to be a Google login and I can only see my information. Go ahead and build this. Right? After that, AI Studio has done all of these things. So it has ran for 242 seconds, which is almost 5-6 minutes. Okay. And it has created everything. But let's say I did not like it. So what I can do is, let's say it created this. So what I did was I need to change something. Let's say I did not like maybe what? I do not like this particular font, Ready to Focus. Okay. So what I will do is I will click on this button. Look at this very carefully, guys. Look at this button. This is the edit button. Right? So what I'll do is I will remove this. I will click on this button and then I will annotate. So I do not like this. So I'm going to write make the font bolder and replace the text with let's get things done today. Okay. So I'll just click on this. And then I will click on add to chat. I will click on add to chat. Don't forget this. Okay. After that, I'll remove this. I will click on add to chat. And then I will click on this. So it has written apply the address shown in the screenshot and taken the screenshot and it has put it there. I will click on this and something will happen. Okay. A quick yes or no, everyone, if you are able to follow through. A quick yes or no if you are able to follow through. Yes. Right. So it's showing, it is thinking, right? And I can go ahead and build a product with the same, right? And I have to keep on iterating. I have to be, okay, understand before you go to Gemini or something, you should have a clarity in your mind as in what is it that you want to build, right? First, start with, let's say, your own notepad or your Google Doc. Put all of your ideas out there. Then use GPT or Gemini, let's say the chat model in order to improve and polish your idea. And then come to these kind of products, okay, which is the vibe coding app, right? And a very important feature here is first, this particular part, which is where you can annotate and give it the feedback. Second is, let's say you did not like something. So you can always go ahead and revert it back. I'll show you in a moment how. So it is running, right? Now, while it is running, let me show you how do you go ahead and publish this app. Okay, so there are two methods of publishing the app. There are two methods of publishing the app. So can you guys tell me if anyone has gone ahead and published any Google AI Studio app? Yes or no in the chat, please. Yes. Now look at this, everyone. This is very important, okay? This is very important. After this, anti-gravity will come into the scene, okay? So now what you can do is, in this product, you can see that this product is being created, okay? I can click on this, it will take me to the page, and now, yes, this has not changed, right? You can see, yes, you can see that now this has changed. Let's get things done today, right? So changes have happened. Now, if I want to launch this app, okay, first let me show you a couple of things in the interface. This is where you can get the preview. You can change the device from here, mobile or tablet, you can rotate it, okay? Similarly, you have the code base, right? You can also add your own file. If you want to, you can also add your own file. Generally, what people do is they create a PRD and they add it there. They create the PRD and they add the file here so that they are always able to take that context, right? So this is all the code file. If someone can read the code, that's very good. Otherwise, you don't need to do it. And then we have something called as, so I'm going to give you a walkthrough of the interface at the top. So we have something called as copy app. You can copy this app and then you can make your tweaks. You can also share this app with someone. So from that point onwards, you can go ahead and create your own copy. Second is you can look at the version history, that what change have been made so far, right? After that, and you can also restore back to a particular version if you are not happy with the changes. While you are creating AI products, you need to make sure that you are able to give people a feature of making them feel in control so that they are able to restore back. Similarly, we have an option to download the whole product. So you can download all the code as zip and you can make edits on your own computer. You can upload all the things in Antigravity. The third is you have save to GitHub feature, which is very important feature. Now what you can do is look at this very carefully, okay? So you are creating your app on Google AI Studio, or you can create it on V0, or you can create it on any other product. Okay, you can also create it on maybe what do we call it, Bolt, right? Now if you want to go ahead and share this code with anyone or to yourself, you need to upload it somewhere. That particular place is GitHub, which is the most popular repository network in the world. Okay, so what GitHub will do is, what AI Studio will do is, it will, or any other product for that matter, even Lovable, it will allow you to put this code, push this code on GitHub. Now from GitHub, you can connect anything. You can upload this on Cursor, you can upload it on Google Cloud, you can upload it on AWS, you can do it anything, right? So connecting with GitHub is something that every platform offers, and connecting with GitHub is very simple. You can just go to this, you can click on GitHub, and then I have already connected, let's say, my repository already. But if you're for the first time, it is going to ask you to log in through your GitHub account. If you don't have it, you just have to go ahead and create an account, and then your repository would be created there. Okay, so I'll just go ahead. The good part with Google AI Studio is that it is going to write all the commit messages and updates by itself. So it is going to summarize what it has done. And then you can just write stage and commit all changes. Right? If I go to my GitHub right now, if I go to my GitHub on my repositories, this repository has been created, Focus Timer AIS. Okay, I have to give it a name. And then you can see that, yes, these things are changing. So I've just changed this components thing, which is changed now. So I have all the data here. From here, I can push the data to anywhere. I can push it on Google Cloud, Antigravity, or anything. Right? If I want to directly upload it on the cloud, if I want to make it a production level app, what I can do is, I can just click on, yes, I can just click on this deploy button. This deploy button, what it does, it allows you to create a account on Google Cloud, set up the billing. They are going to give you a lot of free credits. And then I am going to launch this. Okay, so you will get this list, and then you can click on redeploy the app. I am getting redeploy because already I have already done it. You for the first time will get a deploy option. Okay, and then I can click on, yes, so it is deploying it on Cloud Run, which is a service from Google, where you don't need to take care of hosting and anything. It is just going to take care of everything, security, hosting, and all. And you can just go ahead and put your app at a production level. You can now share this URL with everyone. So this is the cloud. So I can click on this. This is the control panel, right? And this is the app. So I'll copy this URL. And then I have this app. Understand, this is a public URL. Even you guys can access this, right? And then I can keep on making the changes. Whatever changes I make on my Google Studio, I can click on this deploy button, and I have to redeploy this app every time so that these changes are reflected there. Okay, let's say I want to create, where is that? Yes. Let's say I want to give this app my own domain name. So right now, this looks like very unprofessional domain name. Okay. So how many of you want to know how to give a custom domain name to this app? A quick yes or no if you want to know how to give a custom domain name to this app. Yes. So what you can do is, yes, I'll click on this. I'll click on this app again. And then when I click on this link, okay, open in Google Cloud, when I click on this, I will get this whole interface, like what is happening here. Okay. And then I can click on networking. And then I can click on networking, security, revisions. Oh, looks like they have changed it. Yes. So I can click on test will be done. Just give me a moment. It was there. Yes, so I can click on networking. I can click on custom domains. And when I click on this, it would give me an option to add my GoDaddy or any other account to this particular domain. Right? So now what you can do is you will create a PRD. You will put that PRD into Google AI Studio. Then it will give you the version 1. Then you will use your prompting skills plus the visual editor that I have shown you. And then once you are happy with the product, what you will do is you will go ahead and deploy it on GitHub to export the files, or you can deploy it on Google Cloud Run, right? And then you can buy a domain from GoDaddy or anywhere in order to connect with the same, right? A quick yes or no, everyone. If I give you a project right now, you'll be able to create it in Google Studio. A quick yes or no in the chat. Yes. Cool. Understand, guys? This is not at all difficult. What is important was the first 1 hour of the session. Right now, it is all about getting your hands dirty. Right? Now, before I can move ahead, before I can give you a project, okay, I'll show you what anti-gravity looks like, okay, and what is the purpose. Yes. So, I am opening anti-gravity. Just give me a moment. Yes, it can work with MCPs. Yes. Cool. So I hope you guys are able to see anti-gravity. Is that, tell me yes or no in the chat if you are able to see anti-gravity on the screen. Yes, guys. So look at this very carefully. What is anti-gravity? Wait, just a moment. I think we have to edit something. Yes. So this is anti-gravity. It is a code editor where you can take the code and then you should be able to edit the code with the help of AI or create some product with the help of AI. Okay. Google AI Studio is hosted on cloud. This is on your own computer. That is a major difference. Okay. It has larger context size windows because it is created, engineered in such a way. Okay. It is able to read very large code bases and it can also run multiple things in parallel. Right. So it has 3 modes. The first mode is the agent manager. The second mode is the coding mode, which is where you can go ahead and edit the files. And third part is, let's say, going ahead and I'll explain you that in a moment, which is a file manager. Okay. So what I'll do is I will go to the agent manager. Okay. Tell me, everyone, a quick yes or no in the chat if you are able to see start new conversation. Yes. Thank you. Cool. So here what happens is agent is, so look at this interface first. I'll introduce you to the interface. So this is your agent window where you can just go ahead and give it a command and agent is going to do it. Okay. Here, whatever the agent is doing, understand agents work asynchronously. You can keep on doing your work and agent will work in the background. So whatever the messages that are generated from that particular agent are going to be coming in the inbox. Right? And these are multiple workspaces that I have. That one in workspace, I can have multiple agents. Okay. So what I'll do is I will just remove all of this and I am going to give it a flow. I'm going to ask it, help me create a Pomodoro timer app. The app should have timer with 20, 30, 40, and 60 minutes duration. some music should play in the background when timer is on. I would say some free music. Okay, just give me one moment, guys. Someone is disturbing me. Just give me one moment. Yes. So the third part is, yes, the third part is I should give a title. I should be able to give a title to the task. And then the fourth part is login through Google login. Wait, I'll remove the login. Otherwise, I'll have to integrate a lot of things. Okay. Uh, Data to be stored in local storage. Okay. Use a modern aesthetic glass morphic UI. Okay. Everyone, a quick yes or no in the chat if you are able to understand this prompt before I click enter. Yes. So now what it is doing is, if you can look at this carefully, okay, it actually works like a product manager first, right? It actually works like a product manager first. So what is happening is I can click on this and then I can see that it will be creating some artifacts in a moment. Yes. So I am following up with the agents. A lot of things are happening here. Right? And now understand this. Look at this. Very carefully look at this. So it creates something called as artifacts, where you can see it is going to create an implementation plan. You can change and edit this implementation plan. It is also going to create some tasks. Right? I can click it, proceed, and then it is going to do this. Okay, so this is an important part, that it actually goes ahead and operates like a good planner. So this is the artifact that it creates. Right? A very special part is, rather than having only one agent manager, what I can do is, if I'm creating a Pomodoro app, I also need to go ahead and create a marketing plan for this. Okay. So I'll click on this. I will say, for my Pomodoro app, create a go-to-market strategy based on some popular templates and books and articles about PRDs, about GTM on the internet. Save the PRD, or maybe save the PRD as a HTML file. Sorry, save the GTM as a file in the same folder. So parallelly, that agent is working. I have also created one more agent. So it is like a team, right? I can also create one more agent. Do a detailed, deep research on the state of productivity apps in the market. Make sure you quote all the important resources and give a structured plan to pursue this business slash product idea. Right. So I am using, so consider this agent manager that I've seen in Antigravity. It's like a team, right? I can go ahead and spin up multiple managers and they are going to, so now you can see there is a icon, right? Which means it needs an input. So I'm going to accept it and then it is going to continue. Similarly, this is going on, this is happening, this is searching on the web, everything is happening. For parallel tasks, this is best. So I can gen create or proceed and then it will go ahead and proceed. Right? So this is like your team. Right? A quick yes on everyone if you're able to follow up so far. Yes. A quick yes or no if you are finding this helpful, please. Yes. So you people are not able to see, but let me show you. It has automatically opened. Yes. So it has automatically opened this screen. Just give me a moment. So it has automatically opened this screen to test. Are you guys able to see the screen? Focus timer? Yes. So it has automatically opened this. There is a blue line that is above. So it is operating by itself. Look at my hands are here. It is operating it by itself. It is automatically testing what it has created. Now the music is also playing. I'm not sure if you guys are able to hear this. Right? So it is testing whether it is working or not. So with AI, the issue was, and this is where it is differentiated from the product. It is differentiated from cursor. Right? Understand? It is differentiated from the cursor because the problem with other products was that they will create and they will only rely on the errors in the code that are shown in the console. Right? But this product, it actually tests the product visually. Right? What is a success rate? Accuracy? It depends upon what you are testing. So I think you should figure it out by yourself because for different products, it is going to be different. Right? Now let's see what is happening there. Yeah. So this is, yes, Pomodoro app technique. Yes. So I have completed the Pomodoro timer app with all requested features, the duration task presence and this. Okay. And I'm running a local server walkthrough this. So now you can look at the walkthrough. Open. Now it has created a video for me that this is the initial UI. Right? This is the initial UI. And this is what it is. It is the browser recording that we have just seen. Right? And this is how you can run this locally. This is local based. This is local host, guys. Right? If you want to make edits in the file, so let's say this is a good product. This is what it looks like. Where is that? Just give me a moment. Yes. So this is what it looks like. Right? Now I want to change something. I don't want to make it a focus timer. Let's say I want to give it some other name. What I'll do is I will click on, where is that agent manager? Yes. I'll click on this open editor. Everyone is able to see the open editor, right? It is there. Right? Now let's remove this. I'll click on the open editor and then I can see the Explorer. And then in the Pomodoro app, all of these things are there. Okay. I can just go ahead and change whatever I want to. So I can accept the changes and all. I can accept the changes. Now these changes are live. Now I can just go ahead and edit anything that I want. Okay. So maybe in this app, I can say, yeah. So in this app, what I can do is I can open chat with the agent, and then I can ask it to change something. Okay. I can ask. So look at this carefully. Look at this place. Okay. Now agent has generated everything for me automatically. Right. So what I'll do is I will just remove this. I will write, change the title of the app and the color of the app and introduce a dark mode and light mode toggle. Okay. So now guys, tell me in the chat, as a product manager, do you think you would be more productive with these kind of tools, or you are going to lose your jobs? Do you have a chance to make more impact, or you are afraid of your job? Tell me in the chat. Yes. So this is specifically the reason I have given you the first part of the session first, right? If your job as a product manager is only to pass the instructions from the leadership to the developers, then you already know that you are outdated, right? But if you are able to use these kind of tools now, and if you're already thinking from the user's perspective, from the business perspective, you should actually be able to create so much impact, right? I'll click on proceed. I'll click on accept all. Right. In the meanwhile, if I go to open agent manager, this guy is also working. And here the research is also going on. And this is also getting created, the research strategy part. Right. So what has happened? So, and look at this. I can click on inbox. Everything that is happening, three things are running. Okay. So now this is your team of AI agents. Right. So guys, AI agent can follow what you want. It can also think. But the power is your thinking, your insights, your empathy, your intuition, your decision making, and similar things with AI. When you combine things, then you become something more valuable. John Connor and Terminator were together a better team. Yes. Now, everyone, tell me on a scale of 1 to 5 if you found this session helpful. Yes. So now, everyone, what you need to do is, okay, what you need to do is, yes, what you need to do is, thanks a lot, everyone. What you need to do is, I'll stop this right now. Okay. What everyone should do is understand, I'm going to share all the documents with you. Just make sure that you are reading that email. And people who are watching this on YouTube, you can find this on the description, okay, of this particular video. Maybe in some time, not when it is happening live, because I'm in the session. Now, what you need to do is, your job is, there are still some time, okay? So what I want you to do is, you will not learn without action. So Antigravity you can download at your own time, but I want you to develop a product right now. Okay. What you need to do is, you have to go to Google AI Studio and make an app that does this. So how many people have seen this movie? Can you guys tell me which movie is this coming from? Can you guys tell me which movie is this coming from? People who are Indians should be able to tell. Tell me guys, the screen that I'm showing you right now, the screen that I'm showing you right now, from where it is coming from, this image. Yes. So I want you to create an app. The app would be, you will be uploading your image to the app or someone's image, and then it should output the same person's image in different 5 to 10 professions, maybe 5 professions, one doctor, one engineer, or one someone else. Okay, everyone understood the problem statement? Yes. I'll repeat it again. You have to create an app, like a fun app on Google AI Studio right now. Okay, Google AI Studio right now. You have to go here. You have to go here, right? On the AI Studio, you have to go to the app section, which is build, and then you have to write a prompt here so that you are able to build a product which is going to do this. Right? You will input your image and it is going to generate 5, 7 versions of that image in different professions. Okay. I am not asking you to do it on Antigravity because you have to install and you have to do a lot of stuff, right? The setup takes time. Right? Guys, don't use a generic prompt. Implement your mind, right? Let's say you have to now use your creativity, how you can make it much better, more compelling, more funny, right? Yes. Everyone do this. And before you do this, just one more request. If you want all the resources from the session that I've shared today, everyone please go ahead and share your feedback in the form that I have shared. Okay. First, go ahead, share the feedback form, and then I'll give you more instructions. Everyone, please give the feedback form, like fill the feedback form, super important for us. Give me a thumbs up on that link in the chat once you are done. Yes. So you can do deep research, you can write PRDs, you can do user research, you can simulate user conversations with Antigravity and Google AI Studio. Antigravity is better with parallel task processing and also testing also. Everyone, please fill the feedback form, guys. Super important. I'll send you some bonus resources, maybe in a couple of days if you fill the feedback form. I've sent a feedback form in the chat, everyone. Please fill that feedback form. For YouTube also, I've shared the feedback form. Everyone fill the feedback form. Super important. Yes. My recommendation to everyone is you can forget about how the tool works because it keeps on changing. I'm very much sure about your learning and adaptability capabilities. You'll be able to learn. Human beings are always good to adopt. But please focus more on the first part of the session, which is a mindset that you need in order to operate in this AI world as a product manager. Right. And we have a bigger program, everyone, which is at hellopm.co. You should check out this program if you are really serious about becoming an AI PM. We have helped more than 2,000 people become confident product managers and AI product managers. All the top companies of the world would have some or the other Hello PM alumni, which is Microsoft, Amazon, CRAD, Visa, most of the companies. So I would also appreciate if you guys can go ahead and just look at the curriculum and see if you really want to go ahead and do this. Understand, this is an aggressive program. You are dedicated, you are required to dedicate 15 hours every week for 4 months if you want to do this program well. Right? And also, after this session is done, I would also appreciate if everyone can go to this particular video. You can search for this video on YouTube. This will also give you more fundamentals on operating as an AIPM. Right? Yes. Now, everyone, what I want you to do is, okay, I hope everyone, yes, I think most of the people have submitted the feedback form. Now, everyone, please go ahead. Please go ahead and create this app. Whenever you have created the app, you have given an image, just take the screenshot, right? Just take the screenshot with the link and prompts and post it on your LinkedIn and tag us. That will help me understand whether you are actually learned from this or not. Okay. Tell me in the chat, yes or no, if you guys are doing this right now. Yes. So what I've done is I have shared, I think, yes, I have shared the link already. Just give me a moment. Yes, you can share the screenshots of your product. Yes. So if you want to, yes. So guys, recording is there on YouTube. Okay. So go to Hello PM, subscribe, and then get the recording from the live section. Now, guys, deploying is actually not very difficult. Okay. What you can just do is, in order to deploy, let's say this product. Okay, I have created a similar product. Wait, let me show you. So I have created this product. I have given it a simple prompt. I have given it a simple prompt, create a web app that does this. I'll upload my image. Let me see if I have an image of myself. Maybe I should take more photos of myself. Wait. Cool. Let's see if this works. Yes. So guys, anti-gravity you use when you are creating maybe a more complex system, you want to have more control. While Google AI Studio, you use for most of the tasks as a PM, right? But anti-gravity and Google Studio can do the similar kind of job for you. Okay, you guys need feedback from or what? Wait. Cool. Guys, whoever has created the app, please send a screenshot on this link, or you can also post it on LinkedIn and send me. Yes, everyone, please go ahead, go to LinkedIn, paste that screenshot so that I'm able to review. Wow. So this is the flow. Lawyer, doctor, policeman, politician, engineer. Cool. Both you can deploy with anti-gravity. So guys, let's say if you want to deploy, okay. So with anti-gravity, you can push it on GitHub, right? From anti-gravity or from Studio or from V0 or from Bolt, right? Then you can create an account on AWS or Google Cloud or maybe, let's say, Vercel or Netlify. And then You can just set up your GitHub account there and then connect your repository. So all of these products, V0, Google, or everyone is going to push your code to GitHub. That integration is simple. And then from GitHub, you can go ahead and paste it anywhere. This configuration you need to do. Okay. You can just give a prompt to Gemini 3 or GPT that how do I deploy my GitHub app to AWS this, and this. Yes, I think that you can, Sridhar, that you can, like, I have to configure a lot of things. Uh, uh, you can go ahead and do it from GPT or Google. Come on, guys, tell me if you have created that app. At least give me a screenshot in the chat. Give me some screenshots in the chat, please. Wow. Someone has created, yes. Yes. So this is, wow. So you can also like create an interesting app where, yes, you can create an interesting app where you are going to act as any, like you can put your image and then it is going to create all the Marvel universe. Costume chameleon. Wonderful. Yes. Don't show me the screen of the app. Show me what is generated out of it. Wow. Wonderful. Cool, guys. Now, I think we are done with the session. I hope you guys are now prepared to use better technology, like technology better as a product manager. I hope you got value from the session. Everyone, last time, please tell me if you are like on a scale of 1 to 5, you're able to get the value from the session. Cool. So now if you're able to get the value from the session, I have one genuine request from everyone. Please make sure that you talk about this. So this link is live on YouTube. I have just two requests from you. First is make sure that you build something. Okay. Don't hoard this information. Don't think that I have this information and then I can do anything. No, you know when you do things. Okay. All the learning is course correction. I have taught you something. You are going to do something. You are going to make mistakes. And when you course correct, that is when you are going to learn. So that is the first request. Second request is please carry the torch forward. Share this session, this link, the content that we are sharing you on your LinkedIn. Go ahead and provide your feedback on your LinkedIn post. Go ahead and talk to other people about this in your company, at your work, to your friends. Share a YouTube channel with them, share a LinkedIn profile with them so that we are able to help as many people leverage AI. Right? Don't think that AI is only limited to coding or UI or something. AI is a powerful piece of technology. If more and more people learn about AI, there are so many problems of the world, right? Which is corruption, pollution, maybe better energy that can be solved with AI. Right? And that is our responsibility to do this. Okay. So once you understand the fundamentals, I'm sure you will be able to think in that particular direction. Right? So please take the torch forward. Okay. I have given you some light. It is your responsibility to take it forward. Help people around you learn PM. We have added a lot of free content on our YouTube channel. If you're interested in the program, you can also go ahead and check it on our website, hellopm.co. All the links are written in the description. And I wish everyone a very best of luck. I'm sure you guys are going to go ahead and do better in your careers. Right? Yes. Recording and everything is already present on the YouTube, guys. Resources you will be getting through email. I'll also mention them in the YouTube description. Right? Thank you, everyone. Bye. Take care. You guys have been awesome. And I really enjoyed talking with you people. Okay. This is the link to the LinkedIn post. And for YouTube, yes. So I have mentioned the YouTube as well. Cool. Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care. You've been great. And I'm Ankit from Hello PM telling you goodbye. We'll see each other very soon. We keep on conducting these free sessions. So make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube and LinkedIn. And we are going to see each other very soon. Thank you, guys.